This weekend's FNCS Major 2 Grand Finals were electric, with so many top competing duos battling it out for prize money, the Axe of Champions, and the all-important Global Championship qualification spots. We saw players put it all on the line to secure their place in Antwerp this September. Starting in Europe, all eyes were on Sky and Scroll, where the Major 1 winning duo had a lot to overcome this Grand Finals. After what felt like an inevitable land win had fallen through their fingertips in Dusseldorf, as well as a shaky performance in the Major 2 heats, there were question marks over whether the Danish duo could repeat their earlier success. Going into day 1 of Grand Finals, it didn't take long for the pair to start firing on all cylinders, finishing within the top 10 in the first 2 games before securing back-to-back victory royales in games 3 and 4. Then in the last game of day 1, with Scroll going down in the first moving zone, it was down to Sky to solo clutch. Storm sickness kicked in, but Sky played the zones perfectly, picking up eliminations en route to a 3rd place finish, allowing them to go into day 2 with a comfortable 48-point lead. In day 2, the momentum continued to build for Sky and Scroll. As the only healthy duo left in the final moments of Game 7, they got themselves their 3rd victory royale and 7 eliminations to propel themselves even further in front from their nearest competition. Arguably their biggest rivals going into the weekend, Shark and Teeny, came alive in Game 8, getting their 2nd victory royale of the tournament and moving themselves up to 2nd place behind Sky and Scroll. The chase was now on to see if anyone could overthrow the reigning Major 1 champions, but following another victory royale in Game 9 for Sky and Scroll, it soon felt inevitable that consecutive major victories was within touching distance. With chances dwindling, Shark and Teeny took the fight to Sky and Scroll at their drop spot of Frosted Flats in Game 11. A lengthy stalemate with no big blows dealt between the two duos meant that Shark and Teeny were now desperately low on cert. Having scrambled to try and make up the damage difference, their FNCS title hopes came crashing down when they were sent back to the lobby in 34th place, while Sky and Scroll were able to hang on all the way to a 3rd place finish with 5 eliminations, leaving them a whopping 182 points clear of their rivals. By this point, Game 12 became a victory lap for Sky and Scroll. So much so, they actually posted that they won before the tournament was even over. Throughout the weekend, we saw multiple top-tier duos all trying to dethrone the reigning champs and put up unbelievable performances. As a result, duos like Cammy and Hari, Cringe and Twy, and iDrop and Gonzo managed to lock in their place to Belgium. While nothing is for certain, the level of competition between the duos representing Europe in this year's Fortnite Global Championship has never been higher. Ahead of the Grand Finals taking place in NA Central, there were so many duos in the conversation to walk away with the FNCS Major 2 title. Cold and Ritual, Aegis and Venno, Muzz and Rise, the list goes on. But it was Acorn and Bolts who proved that consistency and experience really are the key to success when it comes to these stacked lobbies. With that being said, they had their work cut out for them across the 12 games, with so many teams battling for the title throughout the 2 days. Game 1 saw Higgs and Curve start the weekend out strong, going through to the endgame, taking out the likes of Poyo before being left in a 2v2 against Muzz and Rise, where they were able to get the VR along with a huge 12 eliminations, putting them straight in the top of the leaderboard. With Higgs and Curve still holding on to the top spot going into Game 3, Muzz and Rise were set on making sure they didn't settle for another 2nd place finish. With barely any ammo to work with, resulting in both players relying solely on their shotguns to get the job done, they took the VR in style and launched themselves to 2nd place, and then go one step further by becoming the current 1st place team following a 3rd place finish in Game 4. Nearing the end of day 1, there was only 6 points separating current 1st place Venno and Aegis and 3rd place Acorn and Bolts. But of course, it wouldn't be an FNCS Grand Finals without a showing from Peterbot and Poyo, who managed to launch themselves to become another new duo to take the 1st place spot. When day 2 got underway, it still seemed too close to call. Things started off in Game 7 with Iomzo and Josh battling to break into the upper leaderboards and grab themselves a spot at this year's Globals, and Poyo and Peterbot still clinging on to 1st place by a singular point ahead of Cold and Ritual. That was until Muzz and Rise had something to say about it. Going into the final moments of Game 8 with 9 eliminations to their name, their final hurdle was to go up against the likes of Clix and Rapid, where they secured the final 2 eliminations and the VR, reclaiming first place yet again, and they would hold on to that lead all the way to Game 11. This is where the methodical consistency of Acorn and Bolts really paid off. Going into the final few zones with both players still alive, with the final few duos on the low ground, it was left to Acorn and Bolts to rain down from above, taking out Liam and Jace in the process and waiting patiently for Rapid to fall to the storm, having run out of heals, securing Acorn and Bolts the victory royale and to propel themselves to first place with a 29-point lead over Cold and Ritual in second. By the time the Battle Bus was ready to depart for the final game, we had seen first place trade hands almost every game. With Cold and Ritual hot on their tails, it felt like either duo could walk away with first place. But with both teams losing a player, leaving Cold and Bolts as solos, it was now a matter of survival. That is until Cold gets eliminated by Craze and Kingerling, securing Acorn's 5th and Bolts' 2nd FNCS title. All that's left now is to lock in the last remaining duos for the 2026 Fortnite Global Championship in this weekend's last chance. Tune in on August 14th to find out who will come out on top.